Hello everyone, this is Marvin from StockMarketPlan.com. Welcome. This is the Stock Market Watch for June 9th, 2011, Thursday session. Looking at the S&P 500 through the Spiders Trust, symbol SPY is what you have in front of. Okay, reiterating my message of the higher volume down days, okay, versus the up day bounce here, okay, just barely average volume, okay, so continues to be a concern that the big money crowd is not participating in a lot of these bounces. Okay, when I say big money crowd, I'm talking about institutions, your mutual fund companies. Okay, these guys, when they want to buy something, they buy it with two hands, and ultimately is what I look at when I want to invest into a particular stock or market. I look at what the big money crowd is doing. I always say I picture that as like a big bus with all these guys in it, and I've mentioned this before on the blog. You know, I always try to picture these big money guys as a big bus with all these guys in it, and just moving along with momentum. And I don't know if you ever visited overseas, or you always see these videos of guys. The bus is moving, and guys are trying to just run and jump on the bus and hitch a ride. Well, that's what it's like. That's what it's like to get momentum and get going. It's just been lackluster. We haven't gotten that type of momentum where the big money crowd is really saying, you know what, we're good. Let's sit here and let's swing for the fences. And it's just not happening. It's just this trickling effect of higher volume down days, okay, and then little bounces with these up days here, low volume up days. Really nothing much is happening in the market right now. I still think that we come down and meet this 200-day moving average right here. Okay. Why is that? Is because that's what prices do. They always revert back to the mean. Okay, they revert to the average, or whether it's on the upside and they come in and meet this 50-day and 10-day here. The 10 days crossed the 50-day. Okay, that's and it's staying. It's withstanding that kind of move. So that is usually not a good thing also. So again, my long-term positions, simply because we're going to get some type of support here. I still have 25% in stock, 75% is in cash in my long-term investments, IRAs, 401ks, etc. So just on the stock front, short-term to intermediate term, there's just isn't. I mean, I can go out there and make some, buy a stock, but I really want to buy stocks when the market looks like, again, that big money crowd on that bus moving along with momentum. That's when I want to buy stocks, and that's when more characteristics will be on my favor. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he asked me, how do you make money in the market? And I said, well, number one thing is to be in the market, to be have exposure to stocks and or mutual funds, whatever, which is basically a basket of stocks. And I also followed by saying, it's not only being exposed to stocks, because again, with risk comes reward, right? Potential reward, but also that's the number one thing is being invested the whole time. Well, there's times that being invested, for me, haven't turned out to be the best thing. And right now, being invested is, again, I'm always trying to push the envelope. I want to get in this market. However, I try to convince myself through this action here, okay, high volume down days and low volume up days, convince myself that, what, that's not probably the best thing to do right now. But yeah, the ultimate goal is to be invested all the time. Well, if we go back to 2000 to 2003, or more recently to 2008, being invested all the time wasn't the wisest thing to do, because a lot of people lost a lot of money. What I'm trying to do here is stay invested, however, managing the risk. This is a nice start, nice little bounce here. Hopefully we go higher, and then, but again, we have a lot of resistance. Okay, we have this trend line here from the high of May 2nd to the high of June 1st. Okay, we've got that to contend with. We've got a 50-day moving average. We've got a 10-day moving average. So a lot of overhead resistance. Okay, we might get something like this where and I mentioned that on the last cast, where we start trading in here and then we pop to the upside or pop to the downside. Okay, but for the meantime, it's just going to look like I'm basically going to sit on my hands here and just watch this thing trade sideways. So I'm going to keep an eye on the market. Interesting stuff. It's in no man's land right now. Okay, and again, I think it'll probably do this. That would be a normal course of action. Okay, consolidation here and then pop to the upside, pop to the downside, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys, I want to thank you for watching. This is Marvin from StockMarketPlan.com. You can find us on Twitter at StockMarketPlan, all one word, and on Facebook, 3 words, Stock Market Plan. Get on there, become a fan, and we will see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.